Hey everybody, happy to or Friday. Jeez, already it's Friday. Um, we have today some more Korean Yu-Gi-Oh. Also, apologies, I'm congested. I'm getting over a little cold or something. My wife gave me, so there's a little bit of congestion there. But hopefully, I'll be back to normal by next week. But yeah, this is Pharaoh Servant. Um, this was 2004, 2003, I think, maybe for the states. But 2003, 2004. Um, yeah. So our cover cards are Thousand Eyes Restrict, uh, Gearfried the Iron Knight for some reason, and then Buster Blader. I mean, Gearfried's like in it, right? But the two main dudes are Thousand Eyes. This is the set that I can open the box here without destroying it. This is a set that Jinzo came in. So it's a pretty historic one. Also called the Haunted is in here. And I think the other secret would be Imperial Order. I pulled up the wiki again, but I haven't really looked through it because um, I don't know. Um, I'll get there when I get there. But for the most part, this is a pretty nice set. Um, we got our Steel Ogre Grotto number 2, number 1. It might actually be the just Steel Ogre. Um, no numbers. We got our desk duder here. Some ties. And then... Okay, so ground collapse and uh, gravity field might be the name. Um, it's got gravity in its name, but some fun cards so far. Yeah. So there's been a whole lot of Yu-Gi-Oh hype recently, which makes me happy as a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Um, you know, modern looks playable. Um, Genesis looks pretty fun. Things are looking up. Plus, we've got the collector stuff, so the over collection. Um, I personally have seen 2 videos now of people cutting open their over collection packs and destroying Dark Magicians. Um, and that is a reason I do not. DNA surgery, a huge card here. Um, I'd rather mangle these packs than fight to like cut them open. Right. Obviously, these are a little easier. Right. There's a lot of leeway here. Um, but you know, I don't believe in scissors to pack. Basically, um, it's a little scary. Um, I believe one was actually intentional, but that's like a gambling thing, and you know, eh, gambling has become such a big fucking problem, especially in the States. Um, Everything is gambling now, right? It's like everything is computer, but everything is gambling. Um, we're betting on fucking wars for some reason. I mean, we're sorry, we're making ads saying we don't gamble on wars, but we do gamble on wars. This was played in Nurseburg, but don't remember the name of the card. This is Magic Drain, perhaps. Certainly looks like it. Um, I definitely remember getting some of the set as a kid, um, and not pulling anything crazy. Um, I think we pulled a Call of the Haunted between myself and my older brother because I still have at least one PSV. That's the acronym here. PSV Call of the Haunted. Um, it's really interesting how much of an impact this actually had on the game, um, and still does. Again, this is sort of like a Yu-Gi-Oh thing, because there's no set rotation. Sets that came out 20 years ago, or more can have a profound impact on the game, um, due to like a single card in that set just becoming crazy important in a meta, um, or in a deck or in a strategy, right? And it's so like random when that'll happen, um, and it just sort of depends. But we've seen it a lot recently, and that one just broke right open. Um, But yes, Yu-Gi-Oh is in a very good place right now. It seems to be, and that makes me very happy because I love the game. At the end of the day, um, also Nationals was announced in my general like area, so it's actually pretty easy for me to travel to. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go, which is cool in July. Nationals for the if you couldn't tell, I'm from the States. Um, by the way, NAWCQ, for the longest time, I have known it as Nationals. I don't know if people still refer to it as such, um, but that is what I was first introduced to it as. Um, it's very like we got a gambling card here, by the way. Very cool. Speaking of gambling, um, in general, I gotta say, not a fan of gambling. Uh, I do have a soft spot for poker, as like a game, but not as in a like. I think there's like skill involved in poker. Um, it's not purely like just gambling, like I don't know, like craps or whatever. I don't know. Or betting on random shit to happen in real life. Is gambling. Um, that to me is relatively fine, but like in general, like online casinos and your fucking betting websites like Kalshi or I don't know. What did this start from? This all like started exploding because people were gambling on fucking CS:GO skins, right? Like gambling on knife skins for a game they don't play anymore because now there's CS:GO 2. Do people still play CS:GO 1? Is it CS:GO 1? Is it CS:GO? Is it CS:GO 2? I don't really know. There's a new CS game, which means new skins and new opportunities to spend all your hard-earned money on the promise of a skin, I guess, or the potential for a skin. I do not get it. I've never been one to gamble. Oh, there's our Thousand Eyes idol, by the way. We are halfway to Thousand Eyes restrict. Regeki break. No, not Regeki break. Sorry, anti Regeki. I believe is actually the name of the card. Regeki break is discard one, pop one, and that is not in the set. I'm pretty sure this is anti Regeki that we just pulled. Which reads, if it is the card I'm thinking of, it reads, when your opponent activates Regeki, negate the effect. It's like, okay, when am I gonna play? Like, when am I gonna activate Regeki? I don't even know if it was playable Cold Wave. By the way, can I play this in my regular deck? Actually, I think this is anti Magic Seal. Now that I think about it, based on the art, but because it's Regeki in a bottle or Regeki bottle or whatever. The cards and like White Hole. So like the cards that are just like, I'm gonna negate your exact card. It's like, were those cards so prevalent that they had to make those cards? And like, then did those cards ever see play actually? Outside of like kids at locals. I don't know. I had never considered them as cards, to be honest with you. Prohibition is in the set. I forgot. Prohibition has seen a lot of play over the years, for sure. It is declare a card name, and that card can't be used for as long as this card is face up on the field. That's not the exact text, but that's the effect. And it basically you would just sort of activate it to like turn off, like you would side it in and like hard counter your opponent's deck if they relied on like a card, right, or a couple of cards, and you just like be like, I'll declare this, and you can't use it for your combo. Very funny, very good also, and it did see play for a while, when I was playing at least, or the some of the earlier times I was playing. I don't know. It hasn't really stuck around. There's no way to search it right. It's sort of it was surpassed by sales ban, um, because sales ban you can't negate, right? That's sort of the whole thing. Or you can't like turn off, and it's only for the turn anyway. Like you're using it to negate like Ash Blossom or Droll and Lockbird, right? Um, whereas like now, especially now, Um, there's ways to just like pop spells and traps on your opponent's first turn when they'd be trying to play this and combo off. Um, Salesman did see some popularity in the Gem Knight archetype. Um, it it just sort of like the deck lost to Droll, right? Droll and Lockbird specifically, not Drollbird. Smile. Um, and so like you would just activate this card. You would declare Droll and Lockbird, and then they'd go, oh, and they'd look at their hand and they'd see Droll and Lockbirds, and they'd go, well, can't use that. And then the uh, or you'd call like the name of like big negate that you can't get around on your opponent's board or something. And then the Gem Knight board would just kill you. They would just OTK you. Because that's what the deck is there for, is to OTK you. It's very niche now. Like it just doesn't see play anymore. It was like a flash in the pan type deal. And like it really, truthfully, it saw play at this one event because people weren't expecting it. And they like didn't know what to do, I guess. And same with like Gem Knights, they didn't know how to play around it yet. And then I don't know, as soon as Nats was over, people like knew how to play against the deck, and like Salesman sort of didn't do as much anymore. And this was last year, so 2025. You know, almost a year ago now, July of last year. And it'll be interesting to see if there's anything crazy like that for nationals this year, because I've been a little out of the loop. I know generally what decks are being played and what aren't, but I have not really looked at like tech cards or anything like that. I'm more interested personally in playing like Genesis and looking at things like that, um, rather than playing modern. Um, but in general, because it's so close and I'm not playing in the main event, I'm definitely going to be spending a lot of time in the side events. Um, those are always such a blast. You can play just like weird formats. So like Genesis, they used to have like pre-constructed. They would just like bring deck boxes. In a long time ago, you could do like structure deck battles. So like the last one I remember happening, or remember thinking a lot about, was the um, deck where Link, or Decode Talker, I think. Is that the name? The Link 3 that has a up arrow and a down and down left and right arrow. Um, it it was a very interesting mirror match. I had a friend who got really into um, that particular structure deck mirror match, and he did a ton of side events at that, either a YCS or nationals, when that had come out. But he played a lot of the side event, and did very well because he just got really good at it, and really understood the matchup, which is funny to say because it's two of the same decks. Like, of course, you can understand the matchup. But he got really good at the Ooh, a super. This is Mirror Wall. It's pay 1,000, pay 2,000, and monsters. It's like pay in increments of 2,000, and monsters can't attack. Something like that. Let's get this. Have the attack of your opponent's life, attacking monsters, and then during your standby phase, pay 2,000. This is beautiful. This is a very beautiful super rare. I'm glad we pulled it. It looks really nice. Funny enough, this is like a stall card. So there were like stall slash burn decks where people would sort of play this, um, as a like, please don't hit me with your big monsters, because I can't take that card. I think it didn't do a whole lot in my experience, but by the time I was like playing very seriously, playing very seriously, um, this sort of effect wasn't super relevant. I laugh because this is a Skull Invitation, um, and there's a Master Duel, like, I don't know, event, where there's it used to be 2 skull invitations, but I think it's now just 1. But it's like a skull invitation on each side, and you just play as normal. Um, but obviously, you just like play a burn deck, or something that sends a bunch of cards. Because every time a card is sent to the graveyard, the the person who's like graveyard the card was sent to takes 300. Um, and so it's just like you burn your opponent as fast as you could. I think it was either half life points, or this was during one of the 2020 events, like 2000 and year number events. Um, no, I don't think it was. I think it's Skull Servant does its own thing. But it's pretty goofy. Is all I'll say. Because you just the game just sort of ends all of a sudden. You have to do a lot of like, I can't play a combo deck because I'm gonna spend 7,000 life points, or 6,000 life points, right? Just oh my god, we're going crazy. Um, this is Dust Tornado. You activate this and it's an MST. So it just destroys a spell or trap. And then you could set a spell or trap from your hand. That effect is a little weird. It's not very useful. I never saw it come up. This sort of sometimes gets played in Goat, but not super seriously, I would say. Um, but again, I've had a copy. I've had my other copy, my English copy, for a very long time, um, and now I remember where it came from. It's just Pharaoh's Servants back, probably from some big box store in my hometown, most likely Target or something like that. We don't support those guys anymore. This is oh, it's insect something. We're gonna control F. We got it over here. Um, insect, not insect barrier. Nice try. Insect imitation. Which was used in Inzector, to like swap your Inzectors out for better cards, or for cards that you hadn't used the effects of yet. Um, so basically, you would make. I think it needs to increase the level. Let's read this card real quick. Let's read our insect imitation. Just saw it. There it is. So we'll grab that insect imitation. Create one monster. Special summon one insect monster from your deck whose level is 1 higher than the tributed monster. So you contribute anything, but you're playing Insector, so you're always summoning another Insector, basically. You would summon Ladybug, Insector Ladybug, a level 2, and you would then use it to this pack is not a good time. You would use that to get into Dragonfly, or Centipede if you had already used all your Dragonflies. And it was just another way to get your deck rolling, um, or to keep comboing, I should say. Just to show your opponent's board and then kill them, because that's how it was. I think you could also. It got played in something else too, but I distinctly remember Insector being the most common use case. Um, I'm trying to remember what played it. I don't think it was anything fun or fair. As this game is wont to be, unfun and unfair or whatever. But I remember it being played for sure. Grave Robber. Again, another not very good card, not really relevant card in today's day and age. But this one's more of a nostalgia pack. It's just like very fun to see a lot of these cards um, show up and just be like, wow, those cards used to be like playable, or I have that card, or I pulled that card a long time ago when I was a kid. Now as an adult, I'm pulling it again. Not in a playable for me form, but that's all right. It's not really the point. It's just fun to open these cards. Yeah, I did manage to procure some more Korean. That's just I don't know why, but it's actually a lot of fun to open these like little these smaller packs. Not chewing through as much bulk. Um, but also like there's a lot of sets that I can't get in English, obviously, because they're just like hundreds of dollars a box, and like if I was gonna do that, it would just be for display purposes, and I'm not really super into much of that. But that's okay. Oh wow, Parasite. Um, this super rare was played. Oh, and again, nothing fun. Basically, you shuffle it in your opponent's deck, but it gets shuffled in face up. And I think at some point it got ruled you just like couldn't bring it to tournaments. But it like you would just like put it in your deck, and then it like if you draw it or whatever, um, you take damage or something. I don't remember. Let's read it. We have the power. I have it open right now. I know it's something generate. Flip, shuffle this card face up into your opponent's deck. So you flip it, and then it goes into their deck. If you draw this card after it was added to your deck by its effect, especially when in defense position, take 1,000. All monsters controlled by the player that summoned this card uh, become insects. So it's like not crazy. It does 1,000. But at some point, it was just like very degenerate. And then in terms of like turn, oh, oh, fuck, yes, okay, yes. I love Buster Blader. Oh, I remember pulling my Buster Blader out of the. Wow. Yes, I love Buster Blader. Um, Again, card's not playable at all, but nostalgia mostly. And it's just a big dude with a sword. This guy's cool as fuck. Um, I still have my OG Buster Blader that I pulled, or my brother pulled probably honestly, um, when we were kids. So if you're watching, hi Nate, I pulled another one. Boom. If you pulled the first one, fuck you. If I pulled it, fuck you too. I guess I don't know. I'm really happy. I love Buster Blader. Buster Blader's so cool. Um, it's so sick to be pulling old packs that I opened as a kid and like, being pulling cards that I would have pulled a long time ago or had pulled clearly. Um, Buster Blader has been a fan of mine, and this fucking Morphing Jar number 2. Or sorry, Morphing Jar original. Either way, yeah, no, it's number 2 for sure. Buster Blader was in a lot of my like playground decks, at home decks. Decks that aren't real, right? You just normal summon it. Um, there has been like Buster Blader support over the years, but none of it's like good, except for Buster Whelp. That is like if this is equipped to something, smile, no summoning. Um, in which case that is not fun. So it's like, yes, it's good because it turns off your opponent's ability to play the game. But no, it's not fun to play against. We pulled a second prohibition. Um, but yes, Buster Blader himself has not been played for a very long time. And even I think when he came out, probably wasn't very good. But very good in playgrounds because you could tribute summon him or summon him with nothing, I guess, and then just your opponent is playing a dragon deck. Well, boom, you've lost because I can read and it says big number when dragon. And so, it's very funny. I'm very fond of this card. I'm very happy I pulled it. Yippee! Much like Magic Cylinder in our last one, it's just very fun to pull these old cards um, that like have sort of seen play or just have a lot of like nostalgic value packed into them. Um, so some of our upcoming sets are going to be more in the era of like I just wasn't playing at the time, but I know these sets are like very cool and very like I'm interested in opening them. Um, oh, we pulled 2 ultras. We pulled Beast of Power. We're so good at this game, dude. This guy is not necessarily something I have ever played. It's just a tribute. It's a level 6 tribute monster. So it doesn't matter much. Because it's also weaker than Summon Skull, I believe. But it's cool. It's shiny. And I knew what it was when I saw it. So that's something. Um, it's so weird the like cards that you recognize. Just by like sheer like existence. I have no idea why I know what this card is called. And why the art is like I see it and I go, yeah, I actually know what that is. Um, I'm not sure if it was like reprinted recently or like I guess I could look. Hey, hold on. I gotta find it on the spreadsheet over here. I think we have another rare comment at the back here. East of Tall War. It was correct. I got an errata to say it's always an Archfiend card. That would be why. It was in Pharaoh Servant, and then Pharaoh Servant 25th anniversary. I guess Joey's World would have been the last time I pulled it back in 2013. Ugh, I'm old. All right. That's funny. That's very funny. Very cool. Dang, 2 ultras. Wow, we're doing great. And 4 supers, 5 supers, 4 supers, 3 traps, and um, maybe it's 5. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll go and look. I think it's 5. I'm gonna go with it's 5 based on the card shapes in front of me that you have no way of seeing. Well, you do. You can kind of see it over here, but it looks like 5 to me. So we'll see. But yes, this has been a lot of fun. Opening these Korean packs. And then obviously, if you haven't watched it yet, please go and watch my Chinese Rift Bound, especially the jumbo box. We pull crazy. We pull the nuts. The 1 in 720 packs or whatever. And if you're looking for a specific one, it's that times like 6 or something. So like, don't get your hopes up. But we did pull a very cool card in that box. And I sort of lost my mind because it was like so early in the box. Luckily, very short box, 12 packs, but crazy packs. I mean, just insane. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, and like and subscribe for Buster Blader and all that. Probably should have said that when I pulled it. I'm not very good at advertising the whole YouTube thing. I just like opening packs and talking a little bit about stuff. So thank you for joining me on that journey. We are in our last pack here. Hopefully we get something fun. If not, we've already gotten crazy pulls, so I'm not even too upset. I have thought about opening Modern Yu-Gi-Oh, but I don't know if it'd be very fun. Because like unless you hit, there's sort of no point. Like there's always a guaranteed secret, but the secrets are so like bad, or like nothing to pog at. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh my god, I pulled $10,000, because that's just not Yu-Gi-Oh. Um, Despite what Logan Paul or whatever, brothers Paul would like you to believe. Um, there's not a whole lot of money in this game, and honestly, like that's okay. It's just fun. It's just goofy. It's good to play. I would say I have fun playing. Did we really get 2 of every rare? I don't think so, right? No. We just pulled 2 of these. Each of these. Um, yeah, look at that. Kind of popped off. Lots of rares here. Yeah. Great box. Go team. Let's take a look at these supers. It was 4. I was wrong or correct? I think I hedged and said both. But we got our Mirror Wall, our Dust Tornado, our Grave Robber, our Parasite. And then we got our 2 Ultras. We got Beast of Palmer. Very cool, very cool. And our Buster Blader. That's my boy. I'm sleeving this dude up. And putting him with my other Buster Blader. Honestly, straight into the collection. With both of these. Probably all these, to be honest. These are very cool. And it feels very good to like pull a card that you love and just put it straight into the collection and not have to worry about like, how much is this worth? Um, because you know, we'll talk about it next time. But yeah, next box we'll have some more thoughts on the commodification of hobbies. With that, I will see y'all next week. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather if you can. I'll be staying warm and staying dry because boy, the Midwest loves its miserable weather in the spring. All right, take care, everybody.